We are live, guys. I do apologise. Lo fell asleep and got up late. So I'm totally to blame for this one. And it's not like me because usually I'm great. I'm just absolutely great at getting up. But it happens, it happens. So how is everyone? I'll share it while yous are.
I'm quite good, really. I've just set up a new, I've got a Halloween thing, and it's of two skeletons, one at either end of a coffin. And if it hears sound, it starts going and starts walking forwards and backwards. So I've just set it up in my bedroom where I've got the spirit of Wendy, who died in my flat before I took it over.
Yeah.
So if you hear it go off and then whilst we're on podcast, that'll be rather interesting.
See if you hear that during the podcast, I'll be thinking it's my phone. Hey Joe, how you doing, love? We're all good. We're all good. Do you know what? Today, my lovely boyfriend treated me to a U-cup.
Oh,
nice!
That's
nice.
I really love that, and I'll tell you why, guys. Because obviously, I find it difficult to hold like a normal cup just these days. So he got me one, and I was like, ah. I was like,
it's good. They're called ergonomic, are they, or something? Are they ergonomic for feelings?
That's the word. That's the correct word.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be ergonomic.
I got some ergonomic knives and forks, but I couldn't handle them because they were too fucking big.
I'm struggling with my 5-year-old to hold hot and like cups.
Yeah.
So I've got myself a thermal cup. Well, I've got a thermal cup and then I got that cup and I was like, oh, it's my favourite colour as well, purple. It's got purple.
He knows you too well.
Honestly, I am purple daft.
But can you tell when things are too hot to hold? Or you can?
Slightly.
I've got no sensitivity in my fingers, you see.
Yeah.
I struggle more when it comes to baths. Noreen's just asked if I got a show tonight. I slept in. I'm on now. I'm saying more it's I struggle with baths. I don't have that sensitivity to say whether it's or what am I doing? I'm going mad, folks. I'm going mad. But
well, we know that anyway.
Shut up.
Well, we do.
Oh, see you. I'd kick your ass.
Yeah. You have to wait till February then, won't you?
Well, so tonight, folks, we are going to talk about films, Banter films. Noreen.
Hi, Noreen.
Sweetheart, I slept in. Please forgive me. Noreen's like, I'm here. Good. We are going to talk about Banter films. Now, I know we did it a couple of weeks ago, guys, but I didn't know how many actually Banter films there were. I didn't know how big a topic it actually was going to be. And what I learned the most... No, it wasn't you being confused. It was me that slept in. What I learned, what really got me was when we spoke about it, Richard, just to recap a wee bit, when me and Richard was talking about Banter films, we discovered that most of them was banned in the UK.
Nicola.
But not in America.
And I was gobsmacked by that thing that most of them were banned in the UK. And I thought...
I've discovered there's about 75.
75 been banned in the UK?
Yeah.
Well,
just for silly little reasons like too much blood or too much gore.
Yeah, or sexual content.
It's horrifying sexual content. Actually, one that is has been re-released. What was it? The I Spit on Your Grave. Have you watched that one?
Yeah.
That was banned in America.
Yeah.
Because of violent sexual happenings.
Yeah.
But then it was re-released when they
Hey, Nigel. How you doing,
covered it more. When they covered up the bits that there was all the violent sexual part, they still showed that thing was happening, but they didn't know what was happening, if you know what I mean, because of the way they filmed it.
Yeah.
But she obviously let slip later on that that's what was happening, but apparently that was okay.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It wasn't cut that much, but it was cut in an aesthetic way, and it was re-released. And obviously, we as Brits saw it for the first time as, oh, look at this film they've just made.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It was actually banned in the 70s.
Yeah, 78. That was out.
78,
and banned. Yeah.
So it's mad. And the Boogeyman as well. That was banned in 1980.
About that. The Boogeyman.
Hey, Steve.
Hi.
Mr. Paradox Club. Everybody check out the Paradox Club. It's really cool. And Steve and Sharon are lovely. And Nigel, usually you're great. Huge hugs, honey. But yeah, a lot of films are banned, right? This is what I totally love, right? They watch a film, boom, banned.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, we'll just release it 20 years down the line. But we'll cut.
Yeah, they do. Do you know what?
You're very welcome, my love.
Looking into really old films, right? And I've got quite a bit wrote down here.
Do you know what? I knew Lynn was coming to
I love to write.
Bloody hell.
I could write books. Well, I have, but there you go. Right, I've got to tell you about these two films, right? The first one, it was the Phantom of the Opera. Everybody's heard of the Phantom of the Opera.
I've watched it.
This was out between 1925 and 1929. Now that's a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
And it was an early silent film, so that would be quite interesting to watch because I like silent films. I've got quite a few, right? So that would be interesting. And it starred that Lon Chaney's, and he became famous because of the makeup that they actually put on him for the film. You need to get some honey, Richard. Sorry about that. But they banned it.
I haven't got any honey.
And it was based on a book by Derek Wood. Good lad. But it was banned in the UK as being too scary. Now, we all remember these films. You've seen them on the adverts, and you've got that, that little creature with the long... vile little rat that is. Sorry, but it is. But, they're scary, and they stick in your mind.
Yeah.
Even though you think, oh, hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Tom, but get your arse in here. It's your favourite subject.
Yeah,
movies.
It is actually. And I found a good one as well. A 1960s film called Black Sunday. So it was a Mario Bava's debut film, and it was marked the horror world so bad. And
yes, Steve, it did.
Yeah, and it was banned for 8 years, that one. It was a gothic masterpiece, which follows 9 witch princesses who was executed in 1630. So that was what the film was about, but it only to return to two centuries later, seeking that bloody revenge on her brother's descendants. Now, you can picture that, can't you?
Yeah.
Somebody being killed as a witch.
Yeah.
And then 200 years later, coming back and popping them off. What by what? Really good. And the opening scenes featured a spiked iron mask hammered into this Barbara Steele's face. and it was deemed too shocking for Britain. So imagine, I think we've all seen these medieval style films where they put iron masks on and imagine that'd be horrific.
It would be, yeah. Oh, that's where the Americans think we're too soft for any of this.
Right, yeah. So this film actually became a worldwide hit, launching the career of Barbara Ann Steele, who would become the undisputed queen of Italian Gothic horror. Can't beat Italian Gothic horror. Brilliant.
I've always said, see that foreign films, some of them are actually really, really good, folks.
They are.
I find a lot of them really, really odd, because there's some French films that I've watched, and I've watched some Koreans, and I've thought, do you know what? I really actually like these films.
Yeah.
And they're classed as what you call B movies. But you'll find that the B movies are actually quite a lot better than what we're getting today.
That's true.
Yeah.
So this film had groundbreaking violence that wouldn't seem tame by today's standards. And it sparked heated controversy due to its religious themes and witchcraft elements. When it was finally released in the UK in 1968, it was heavily censored. What's the point? The uncut version wouldn't see British screens until 1992. Now, that's 32 years late. That's a lot, isn't it? That's a long time. But what we thought of, ridiculous. I think, in them days as really bad, to what we're used to, we've been programmed to accept. Is a lot different. A lot different.
Tom's waving. Hey, darling. Steve said, didn't I Spit in the Grave get banned in the 80s? It did, and it was purely down to the sexual violence, because of how graphic the sexual violence was. And I've got to say, I totally agree with that one. I'm usually up the arse some of the films and saying, really, why are we banning them? Like
that's what they were doing.
Like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't see why that got banned. And in 2003, there's two versions of 2003. There's one where he's got the girl. No, is it? Oh no, he's killed the guy. Sorry, and then obviously it cuts to where he's actually sewn the mask and putting it on his face. Depending on what version of 2003 the Texas Chainsaw Massacre you get, that's the version I like. I don't like a film being cut in a horror movie. That's what horror movies are for. That's what the genre's for. At the end of the day, people want to see the glory. Do you know the best one that I've seen recently that shows the true acumen of horror is Terrifier? Because Terrifier was dead glory, it was dead bloody, and I think to myself, looking compared to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 1974 to Terrifier that we had in the 2000s, it's like, Jesus Christ, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre showed less blood.
Yeah.
But man, like, seriously, what is wrong with you? Too hungover in my bum. You just don't want to work with me anymore.
Tom, you're just a lightweight. Just a lightweight, mate.
Nigel says, I've shared it on. Thank you. You're a babe.
Cheers, Nigel.
I'm not sharing nothing anymore.
Thank you. Hey, honey, but there's a lot of ones that were banned because of the religious themes. If you look at the Passion of the Christ, it got shafted because of its theme, because
it was upsetting too many Catholic people. The version that they came out with and how graphic it was, because the Catholic faith, it's very deep, isn't it? And it went to the heart of a lot of people, that did, and it just went against the grain. They know what's happened, but they don't actually want to see that.
Steve says, do you think Ed Gein on Netflix should have been banned? I haven't seen
it. I've got a problem with Ed Gein. You said about watching Ed Gein. I watched Ed Gein, and it is really, really weird. It is more about mental health of that mental state of that bloke that drove him to do whatever he was doing. But dressing up as his mother, that's just no.
Right.
It was interesting to watch.
Shut up, moaning Mora. Come on, don't you act like one of the Brits that want to get it banned. In all seriousness, right? I haven't watched it, but I will watch it, right? But here's the thing, guys, right, Steve, right? I think obviously if you're going to do serial killers, you have to do scenes of what the actual crimes were. And people were dressing up as Halloween. Now, I've said this and people went, no, it won't happen, it won't happen, it will happen. I'll tell you why.
It will. Definitely, because it's easy to do.
Yeah.
We'll put it this way, right? People, they've already done one into Ted Bundy, right? You had Zac Efron, right? Jeffrey Dahmer, right? Everybody that Halloween was dressing up as Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Everybody was. Right? Then you've got Ed Gein now on Netflix, and I said, pound to a penny, this Friday, people will dress up as Ed Gein. Because just how it is, I don't think it should be banned, because if you think in reality, people on YouTube, people on Amazon TV or whatever discuss murders, discuss crimes. They've recreated programs like the one with Jeffrey Dahmer and all that. At the end of the day, if you've got true crime fanatics like me, I love things like that, right? But it's like, if you're going to make these programs and if you don't like watching these programs, don't watch it.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you don't like it, don't fucking watch it.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's your choice, isn't it? They give you the choice, they give you the warning, they put it up on the screen. If you don't like them, close your eyes or get out the room or switch it off, do whatever you want. You don't have to watch it.
With the Ed Gein thing, I didn't watch it because of the horrors. I watched it because I was more interested in how he's trying to work out how his mind was working.
Yeah.
And like how mentally unstable that bloke was.
He was very I'm turning this into the crime show, Christ, and it's a film show. This is Steve's fault. I blame him, right? We'll all blame Steve. Basically, he was very mum orientated, even though his mum was, excuse my French, an old bastard to him. He still loved his mum, and he just was so obsessed with her, and he couldn't accept the fact that she had died.
Yeah.
And he kept her body for a number of years. And obviously he would dress up in women's clothes just to mimic her, basically, like mimic her. You think Psycho, you think the scene where Norman Bates goes up to the hotel, you know, he's having this argument with his mum, it's two voices.
Yeah, I know people like that.
So it's that feeling. So obviously, when people say that Ed Gein, this really annoys the shit out of me, because Ed Gein is one of my favourite serial killers, but he's not a serial killer.
Hi, Terry.
He's not a serial killer because it wasn't like he went on a murder spree. He killed two people, right? Yeah. But they included the bodies that he had unburied for the graveyard, and I don't think that's right, because they're already
he got the blame for those, didn't he?
He got the blame, and then he got the title of a serial killer, and it was like,
it was actually 3 people he killed, Lo.
Was
Do you
it
know,
two?
to
I
get,
think it was
Because
two.
there was his brother,
yeah.
Oh,
his
I forgot
mother,
his brother. I'm
and
thinking of
the woman in the bar.
Aye, the woman.
Right.
I'm thinking the woman in the bar and
How
the
do
woman
you
in the
actually
shop.
get the title of a serial killer? How many people have you got to kill one after the other before you actually come out as being a serial killer?
Two or more.
Depends if you're eating Rice Krispies at the time.
Oh, shut up, you asshole. It just see. There's a difference between serial killer and mass murders, and people get confused. It's got to be two or more. Noreen says, I think we should. I can't read that, so I'm going to have to read it for here, folks. I think we are more accustomed to it these days. The horrors of the real world are just as bad, exactly. Hi, Terry Love. Thanks for joining the show. Martin says, I've got to say, most horror movies just bore me rather than a good ghost investigation program. It's not that I get offended or upset by them, just don't interest me. See the problem, Martin? See the genre of horror? It's not horror anymore because you get in this world too many snowflakes.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They've toned horror down and down and down. And it's sad because there is horror freaks like myself who love horror.
Yeah.
But as I said, the psychological true crime is good. Definitely.
Yes, I like that. That was like Silence of the Lambs.
I agree with Martin.
Oh, Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs. I sat in the pictures and watched that. Yeah. So it's awful. And I sat there, and do you know what? I was fine. I was fine with it. And 3/4 of the way through the film, something happened in my head, and I felt a fear.
Ooh.
I was feeling that fear coming off them actors. I really did, because I'm an empath like you. I can feel, but it was like it crept on me, and it was quite frightening. Silence of the Lambs. Yeah.
Yep.
That's right, Martin.
It's right what Martin said.
It is.
Because if you think of mass murderers, think of Jim Jones in Heaven's Gate, who just got everybody to kill on one. So one that I can think about is the Funhouse. It was about Amy and her boyfriend Buzz, who goes with their friends to the local carnival for the night of innocent amusement, but soon witness a fortune teller's murder and find that the exits are locked. Funny enough, I've seen that. So it was released uncut in 1987. It was reclassified 15 in 2007. This movie was not prosecuted. Surprise, surprise. The film was unsuccessfully prosecuted as a video nasty a few years ago after its release. Some commenters have questioned its attempt to ban, given that the film is fairly tame in comparison to other ones that we've spoke about, leading some to suggest it was mistakenly chosen instead of its infamous Last House on Dead End Street, which was released under the alternative title The Funhouse and oddly didn't appear on the list. And it just shows you that I think, what one should have been banned and still should be banned. Human Centipede 2, because that guy gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I've not seen any of them.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Human Centipede.
Oh, Lynn. The Human Centipede, honestly, I watched 1, 2 and 3. I wish I'd never seen 2 because that wee guy gives me the heebie-jeebies. Basically, the Human Centipede is doing an experiment where they, and strong viewers of discretion advised, basically what they do is they put the mouth and sew it up to the anus the other person, so it has you like a centipede,
Right.
Yeah.
And
so
it's
they're hooking it on to the person in front then.
It's really, really one of the most messed up films. If I could use the F word, I'd say the F word. But a really messed up film, right? That I've ever seen in my life. And I've watched one and I thought, oh, it was not too bad. Second one, oh my God. And you know what makes it the second one even more creepier is the fact that it's black and white and it gives you that heebie-jeebies, and it's about this
anything black and white gives you more heebie-jeebies because you can't see what's going on in the background.
Atmospheric, isn't it?
And I just honestly, I'd never in my life have I actually been scared that the wee guy was going to come through my telly, because he's just so creepy.
Yeah.
So I was sitting here a couple of weeks ago and I was watching YouTube and it was talking about films, and it said about Human Centipede 3, and I thought, Louise, you've been brave enough to watch 1 and 2, let's go for 3. So 3, I watched number 3. The creepy wee guy was in it, but he wasn't creepy. He was actually a nice guy in it, so that I'll give him his thing with. Only taken me a wee while to realise it was a creepy guy for 2. But it was still the most film I've ever seen, because they were doing it on 500 prisoners. 500 prisoners, and it was so weird that I was like jaw dropped. But I say it's no wonder people don't like the Human Centipede.
Yeah.
It's one of those messed up films, and honestly, if I found myself in their situation, I would kill myself.
Yeah.
Seriously, because it was like, seriously, it's like anus, like to the mouth to the anus. Like it's like sort of, I don't even know how to describe it to you, Lynn. But what I suggest is, see if you're going to watch it, don't watch Centipede 2 because the wee guy's creepy.
Right. Okay.
Lynn's away to watch Human Centipede after this, guys.
Yeah, she's downloaded it on Netflix.
Human Centipede is hanging. Oh my God, Steve.
See, I thought that Hostel.
I love Hostel.
I love Hostel.
I like the film. I didn't like all the cutting up bits at the end. Oh my God. I
absolutely love Hostel. In fact, you make me want to watch it now, so that's what I'll be watching if I finish this show. I love Hostel and I haven't seen it for ages. What I liked about Hostel was see the fact that, like, I must be a sadist. I really am a sadist, folks. I do. Please excuse me and please apologise, but I just liked it, how fascinating that the British, like when he's talking about the money, and like if you torture somebody, a certain, like British were getting say 40, but if you killed an American, you were getting 60. Yeah. And it was just, I just found it so fascinating.
Do you know what? It's weird you should say that, because it's like going on a safari hunt, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's a human hunt. Mm-hmm. And there are people that actually do that. And you can't talk about it anywhere. You're not allowed to speak about it, but it does happen.
I mean, yeah. I wouldn't really be surprised, because to be fair, I was like, imagine staying in these creepy places, the people are looking at you and you're like, yeah.
Scary stuff.
I would be all right if they cut my feet down a couple of inches, so I wouldn't be a 10.5 anymore, but I'd be fine with that. Martin says, see, the only thing that would make it worse if they had one animal in between. Oh,
that's true.
Martin!
That's true. Put a cow in the middle.
I am
no. Mouth sewn to somebody's butt and somebody's mouth sewn to its butt. That would make. Because you know how much a cow poos. You could definitely use the title "Eat Shit, Boy."
Oh my God. Do you know, I think that's what gets me about the film, and I find it so hard to watch because I know what happens and I try not to think about it, and I do try to put it at the back of my mind. But then they start being sick and everything, and I'm like,
if you're the last one, you've just got to hope that the bloke at the front or the woman at the front has not had a Vindaloo.
Oh my
You'd get it 40 times over.
You'd end up with a shitathon, wouldn't you, right the way down?
My God. Yous are horrible people. Yous are horrible.
A sitathon.
Vindaloo and a few pints of lager.
Oh, yous are horrible. Horrible. The other one that I found was was visiting hours. A deranged majestic killer assaults a journalist when he discovers that she survived the attack. He follows her to the hospital to finish her off.
Can we just define what a deranged and majestic killer is? Because how can you be deranged and majestic?
It was released in 1982. It came back out in 1986 with a minute cut. Again, the film wasn't prosecuted. This movie appeared in, wait till you hear this, in the UK's Nasty list. Video Nasty. Even though it was the same version that had been cut for a cinema release there, and starred well-known Hollywood actors such as William Shatner and Lee Grant. Despite this, obviously, the censorship, the uncut version was broadcast by ITV in 1989. However, this resulted in mere censoring by the Broadcasting Standards Council, as this version had not been cleared for video release. It's the UK again.
I found one that nobody's ever seen. Nobody will have ever seen, because it was actually seized. It wasn't banned, it was seized.
I know what one you've got to say. Debbie Does Dallas.
No, that's disgusting. I've seen that. So how could that have been seized? It was the SS Experiment. And it was it was seized due to Nazi exploitation. And it was seized from the UK to ever be shown. So if anybody's ever seen it, can you send me a copy?
So you're telling me, right, that film was seized, but Debbie Does Dallas can pass?
Debbie's done D-side as well.
Debbie's done Trump as well.
For God's sake. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my days.
Down the rabbit hole we go. Oh no, we don't want to go down the rabbit hole, do we? Not talking about Debbie Does Dallas.
Bye, Martin. Thank you, Miss.
Love and light to you as well.
Much love.
The Last House on the Left.
Yes.
1972. Then it was released. It was banned in the UK altogether. But it was released again in 2008, and I actually seen that, and it was very graphic. Very graphic. It was. Do you know you feel like you want to step into the film and smash the faces in?
Yeah.
One of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. I mean, I've seen The Last House on the Left. I actually seen that a good while ago. And I must admit, I was quite wet.
Not nice. Not nice.
It's definitely not nice. Well, here's one that will blow your minds. The Killer Nun. It's about a cruel nun who discovers a depraved pleasure in a frenzy of drug addiction, sexual degradation, and sadistic murder. Oh, bye, babe. Take care of yourself.
Bye.
Come back again. And basically, this is what blows my mind, right? this movie was not actually prosecuted, right? So it was released with 13 seconds cut in 93 and released uncut in 2006, right? The film was actually originally banned, again, surprise, surprise, in Britain in 1983, but then was released in DVD form there in 2006 after changes in British censorship policy. We actually need to look at the British censorship policy from when it used to be to what it is now. In the UK, Mary Whitehouse denounced it as one of the video nasties sub-genre of violent horror cinema, which might affect human behaviour. Though it was objectively originally on a DPP list of objectical films in the UK, compelled by the Director of Public Prosecutions in 1983, as a result of the moral panic in British film, it was meant that the DVD version of the film was released there in 2006 uncut. I just don't. What I would be interested in doing one night, guys, if you are up for it, is looking at the differences in why Britain was so hard on some of the films, but they're now getting released over in the 2000s.
I can tell you that answer
really interested.
straight away. I can tell you that answer straight away. It's religion got a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Too many Christians were involved in the British Broadcasting Corporation, and their views were not biblical, and it was more to do with, the Lord won't us watching this because we don't watch that sort of stuff as a Christian. I can't watch that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But as time's gone on, we've sort of moved away from that sort of thinking, and we're more open because of the world as it is. It's opened us up a bit more.
Yeah.
And they think, we can take a little bit more blood and gore. Let's watch the priest get stabbed through the nuts with a hatchet sound.
Yep. No. I'll tell you what, guys, next week we're doing the Final Destination franchise. So what I would say is the week after we'll look at why the Britain, obviously UK, was so hard on the films and the differences back then to the 2000s.
Yeah.
Noreen says she was a pain, Mary Whitehouse.
Yeah, she was.
Like everyone says, it's our choice if we watch or not, or should be. Do you know what, Noreen, you're totally right. And I think, see, if it's going to be on TV and you're paying your TV license,
it's your choice whether you watch it.
You should get to watch what you want. But I just find it fascinating that it's been Britain that's been mostly the problem.
See, that's the point. That you've got a good point there as well, Lo, because and Richard, you pay your TV license so that you can watch whatever you want on TV. So they're saying, we're going to ban that because it's not good enough to go on TV. So who's watching it and who decides that it's not good enough? Somebody's sitting there watching that. It should go to a board of people.
It's a group of about 30 Christians that it goes to.
Right.
And the Archbishop, apparently. So
if
he doesn't like it, then we don't get to watch it. So, you can pay your whatever. I don't pay a TV license because I just don't agree with it. Don't pay it at all.
I don't use it.
I say to them, I only watch Netflix, and you're fine. As long as you can prove you haven't got BBC iPlayer, you're fine. I haven't got BBC iPlayer on my telly because it's not even programmed into the telly as it is.
Yeah, I won't pay it because I've
got a Roku telly.
I'm not supporting a paedophile ring, and I've already told them.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
I was trying to stay away from that.
Oh, I've got it out now. That's fine.
No, well, it's out there. It's out there.
Do you know
Let's
something?
go with it.
Do you know what, guys? This is like conspiracies of the Vatican again. And we had Ben Winfield, and we had really behaved right up until the point. Ben went in the direction.
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
Well, anyway, let's get back onto the film.
Right, guys. Right, so hi Mal
Hi, Mary.
Hi Mary.
We're not being naughty.
Oh, we're being I'm adhere to I'm being well behaved.
It was Lynn. It was Lynn.
Here's my laptop dying now. See what you're doing to me? 2 seconds.
Yeah, Noreen's right. She says everything is subjective and we all have different opinions. So what makes one person's opinion more important than others? Absolutely spot on.
Oh,
depends if you've got a white collar or not.
Yeah. So Mary says
you speak for the world if you've got a white collar.
Yeah.
What if your name is Prince Andrew?
Well, yeah.
Oh, what you just try to take me off the air? Like, Louise, you don't want to work with you anymore, you bastards.
No, we were just trying to discuss who's going to cheat Prince Andrew, whether it'll be Charles or William.
No, they're not on our show tonight.
Lou's got her stern face on.
Yeah.
I'm going to have no show at this rate.
So,
Mary agrees anyway.
You know what? I've never seen this particular film, but apparently it's called Faces of Death, and it was in 1978. It was released, and they reckon, I don't know who else has seen this, I don't know, they reckon it's the most gruesome film of all time. It was a shockumentary. What a good name. Shockumentary. And banned in 46 countries. Has anybody heard of that film, Faces of Death?
I have.
No, I haven't. Chaos, Mary. Chaos is no the bloody word. Can you see me sweating through the computer?
I can see the bucket below you gathering all the sweat.
There, wipe it off.
Oh, thanks. Totally agree. And obviously Nori's comment's been read, so that's fine. No, I've never ever seen it. What is it about, Lynn?
I don't know. I said I've never seen it, but it's been dubbed the most gruesome film of all time. So is anybody
it's got real scenes of autopsies.
Oh, I love that sort of stuff. I'll go and look for
real
it.
Scenes of death, autopsies, executions, and accidents. Were they accidents? We don't know.
What was the name of that again? One send me it.
Faces of Death.
Faces of Death. I'll look for it.
See, I've never heard of it, but apparently it's a big one.
See, I'm doing my
many of the parts of the film were done with actors or special effects, and it was mixed with some genuine footage of animal slaughter and accidents.
Oh no, I can't watch it then.
So it got a UK ban.
Yeah.
In the UK in the early 1980s. It was part of the Video Nasties Panic or something. Prosecuted under the Obscene Publications Act by the DPP, not to be confused with DWP.
Do you know what? I don't know if I can watch it now. If it's animal slaughter, I'm quite funny that way. I've seen it horrible.
Mary's seen it.
Oh, Mary's seen it.
Oh,
right.
It must be all right in the Netherlands because they're a bit harder than us Brits, apparently.
Oh, that's horrible.
Everywhere's a bit harder than the Brits. Come on, let's face it.
And another film which I've never heard of. But this came out in 2018.
That shocks me. And
this film is called Slender Man. And
I've not seen it, but I've heard it.
Yeah, it's
good. It's really, really, really good.
Massive cult film. And it caused certain followers to commit stabbings of the best friends. They set them up and done the actual thing that they'd seen on the film. That's what it says here. So, what did you think of the film, guys?
I didn't see it, but I've heard of it. See, this is what really pisses me off, right? Films get banned because the kids watch it. They blame it on, this one, that one, the next one. I'm sorry, right? A film doesn't make you do anything. If you watch that film, depending on where you're at and where your head is at, then you're your own person. It's the same as music. When they try to ban this song, that song, and the next song, that's just what people write. Like Marlon, I'll take the biggest controversy, Marlon Manson, right? Marlon Manson, people will say about him is, he makes kids get in and shoot up schools and everything. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. That, like, your film makes people go out and do. Slender Man makes people to go out and kill. I'm sorry, I don't believe that either. At the end of the day, you have a choice in life.
Yes.
You have a serious choice in life, unless you're at the point of deranged, right?
Yes.
Depends where your mental state is, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Of whether you carry forward anything.
Does. But you can't say, this film made such and such do this, or Marlon Manson made someone take a gun and shoot up. You can't do that.
No.
Because you can't. I think what the public look for people to blame. They look for something to blame. But it shouldn't be that way. It should be down to if that person doesn't have any capacity, like to make their own decisions, or they're deranged, they're the people, believe it or not, I do feel sorry for, because their mental state has went that far that obviously they can't be in control, and it's at the end of the day they do what they do.
It's like the film The Devil Made Me Do It.
But if somebody who knows what they're doing, but yet you're turning around and blaming Marlon Manson or a film, then no, blame that person. They know what they're doing and they want to do it. That's who you blame.
Yes.
Don't blame
They're
somebody.
the ones that chose to watch that film.
Exactly.
So if they can choose to watch a film, they can choose whether they're going to act on it or not.
Yeah.
It's like if I told Lynn, go and jump off a bridge, would you?
No, what the hell? No.
Exactly, because if I jump off this bridge at the bottom, I'm going to hurt myself or possible death, depending on how high the bridge is. Of course you know. It's something that does annoy me. It does annoy me.
I wouldn't jump off a bridge, even if there was a bungee rope attached.
Listen, I'd tie the bungee rope to the bottom of your legs and just go.
I know you would, yeah. But there we go.
Sorry, folks, yous are probably thinking, what a bitch.
No, this is just like me and Lola all the time, really.
Yeah, this is us all the time. This is normal.
I suffer the abuse, and I'll give a little bit, and I suffer a lot more. That's a rather big violin you've got there, Lo.
Right,
a little violin like that.
It's like that.
It's like that, yeah.
But guys, what's the thing about this show is our opinions are our own.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And so that's the way I see it, guys.
Yeah.
What about you, Richard and Slenderman? Slenderman.
Well, Slenderman has been brought into quite a few films. I can't remember the exact films it was brought into, but I know. Trying to think which ones it was brought into, where the people that have been affected in the film have seen something like Slenderman. I think it was most likely not When the Lights Go Out, the other one. I can't remember the name of it.
Are you talking about the film where you turn the lights on and she's standing behind you? You turn them off.
No. When the Lights Go Out, it was released at 30 East Drive.
Oh, right.
When
okay.
the Lights Go Out, and it's not that one though. It's the one that was happened in London. Can't think of the bloody name now. It's quite a famous one as well. Really famous. I can't remember it. But they had visions of like a slender man that was chasing after her. But
like
there
a
was
shadow
nothing.
person, do you think?
I think it was more like a shadow person, but it looks the same. It was the same build as the Slender Man. So they're trying to bring that into films. I think it's trying to desensitize us because we're all sensitive people in the UK.
Yeah.
I'm using UK now because Lo will have a go at me if I say Britain.
Yeah.
So
listen,
the UK, United Kingdom, including Scotland and Northern Ireland, from Wales.
Listen, us in Scotland have our very own wee island. You're by yourself in England.
I wish I had an Ireland. It would be mental.
It would be mental. But our Noreen says, we all know right from wrong. You can't blame a film for your actions. Exactly.
Exactly right, Noreen. Exactly right.
But I think people look for the scapegoat. People look for a reason why. I mean, it's like me, right? Forever watching Saw, right? And
you like that, don't you?
I love that film, so that's why I'll use that.
No.
Yes.
Do you want to play a game?
Oh, I would put you in the room. Believe me, I'd put you in the room. I'd sacrifice you.
I know you would. I know.
I wouldn't, sweetheart. I would miss you. But
see, she loves me really.
I do.
It's all a front.
Shut up, you. So obviously, when I watch a show and I become obsessed, right, and it's in my head, obviously I start reenacting it and taking Richard and putting him in the room, and poor Richard gets his arm sawed off or his legs cut off. People would
I'm harmless, really.
People would look to blame.
I'm waving.
Aye, like that. People would look to blame the Saw movies before they would actually think bigger picture.
Yeah.
What's her mental health state? What's her background? What's the childhood been like and things like that? And it does get, you know what I mean? I'm going to quickly go away from horror when we were speaking about religion and movies. The Da Vinci Code.
I knew you were going to say Da Vinci Code. I was just about to say Da Vinci Code.
Yep. Ron Howard's adaptation of the hugely popular novel The Da Vinci Code. Now, I've read the novel and I've watched the film.
Yeah.
I used to like Tom Hanks, but I don't know what's wrong with all the stars now. They seem to be dead weird. So
can I say I met Tom Hanks when he was filming that, because a lot of it was filmed at Lincoln Cathedral.
See, I wondered what
And I was living in Lincoln at the time.
What church it was, because it was a beautiful church.
Yeah, absolutely magnificent.
Is that where it was filmed at? That just shows
Yeah.
you. Well, wait till I give you a fact. A lot of the Batman films were filmed here.
Yeah.
In Glasgow. They used some. In fact, did they not use one for the Catwoman? And then it ended up, it got cancelled. It got cancelled in Glasgow.
You got banned?
No, it didn't get banned. It just got cancelled. I don't know what happened. I would need to look it up, but it was so funny because everybody was up in arse about the streets getting closed off, because when they close off for filming, they close off. And literally, I kid you not, everybody was so mad about this film blocking shops and things like that. And see, when it got cancelled, everybody was like, well,
we've been through all that for nothing.
I know, literally. So the Da Vinci Code was deemed blasphemous for its suggestion that Jesus and Mary Magdalene got married and had children, and begot a still living descendant for something. It's all rather, it's very clearly fictional and pretty silly at the time. Now, it was banned, believe it or not, in Egypt, Jordan, all the Middle East, basically, even the Vatican City in China. I do believe, right, when they do religious films, right, it's quite a hard one, right? It's between the dark blue sea, a rock and the dark blue sea.
Yeah.
See, at the end of the day, what people have got to remember is when they're making films, going back to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because Ed Gein, right, and Ed Gein inspired that one, right? So when you think about it, right, Ed Gein inspired Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right? So
it was Alfred Hitchcock that was involved with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, wasn't it?
No, it was Toby Hooper.
If you watch Ed Gein, it's Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh, right, that one, yeah. What I'll say is, right, so you think about it, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So everything in the house was made of skin. Made of skin, right? Fake skin before they get so high about it. Right, fake skin, right? That's what happened in real life. That's what Ed Gein done, but it was real skin that he had made thingy. You take abstracts of something and you put it in a film. But to make that film more interesting, you've got to make Chinese whispers out of it. And you've got to make different scenes that are probably blowing everything out of proportion. Right? That's what makes a film. No, everybody follows the story of Ed Gein down to the T. They obviously, to make that film, you've got to add other bits in that are fictional. So the Da Vinci Code is the same. It goes as the same. It's some of it is fictional. And I think people take these films that are very, very religious and takes them the wrong way without sitting down and actually thinking, well, some of this film is, real. But other bits are fictional, it's not really how the Bible went. You're not going to put the full Bible where you had God, you had Adam and Eve, then, you had the 5,000 fishes and the bread. You're not going to have basically all that in a film, right? So they end up, because of their religion, and each to their own, guys. And I do get that some of them follow their faith very, very strongly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they might do take offence to that, but in the back of your mind, you've always got to remember when you're watching films, whether it's horror, whether it's sci-fi, whether it's this, that, or the next thing, there might be some truth to it, but you've also got to keep in the back of your mind that there's a good bit here that's nearly 80%, 90% fictional.
Yeah.
And it's not meant to upset, anyone. It's to give people who are probably into those films something to watch.
Yeah.
So there was protests throughout the US, and the movie was actually outright banned in a bunch of countries and regions. And it's probably one of the bans that you think to yourself, oh my God. I actually found the movie really good. I actually liked the Da Vinci Code compared to Angels.
I did.
And I must admit,
it's funny how they banned it in America, but they didn't ban it in Britain.
I was going to say, so it's okay for the Da Vinci Code, but stuff the rest of the films. We don't like them.
It's just very odd. But is it because there is so much more of a staunch following of Christian faith in America, places like Texas and around there?
Yeah, possibly.
If have you watched, have you ever watched? Oh, what's his bloody name? No, bloody name. Doesn't matter. Carry on.
I'll tell you one that shocks me. Absolutely shocks me, and I bloody love that film. The Life of Brian.
Oh, I've got it here. I watch it often. As me dad.
The Life of Brian, right?
Yeah.
No, Life of Brian. What makes me laugh about the Life of Brian is he's not the Messiah. He's just a naughty boy. I think that film is absolutely, I cry with laughter watching
it. That is a genius. It makes you think of the writers, right? Whoever wrote all these films. What's going on here? Like, what's going on in their mind? You've got the horror side of it. What's their brains like? What job did they do before they went into writing? And then you've got the comedy side of it. So, that is hysterical. It's hysterical.
Do you know what? The Holy Grail where they're bashing the coconuts and thinking it's the horses. It's like, and then he's like that. And then he's
that
just cracks me up. Can you imagine?
As soon as that film starts, it's like a modern film, and then all of a sudden it stops. It goes, it stops. And then it goes into that, and all you hear is and you can see somebody going along like that, and then it pans back. You've got the fella.
And two guys with no horse.
I could watch it 10 times in a day, and I'd still be hysterical, laughing at that bit. And when they come to the nice in the woods, so they cut his arms.
Aye. That is funny. Do you know what? I'm going to watch The Life of Brian tonight because I think it's hilarious. That's me. My horse, though. I've went for horror to comedy. That would be so funny. So it was so funny. It was banned in Norway. The Life of Brian, the story of a man who's born next door to and on the same day as Jesus and finds himself mistakenly being for the Messiah. It was either banned or X-rated in several dozen British locations, even after it underwent a round of cuts. In British TV, again, Britain, we're all boring. Refused to air the movie for years for its alleged blasphemous content. In United States, likewise, several towns and smaller cities refused to allow the film to be screened. And even in New York, screenings were met. Do you know? I'm trying not to laugh because all I can see is Father Ted in my head. Signs. Now, if no one's seen the scene for Father Ted, he's got to protest about a film, and they get locked with the handcuffs because Dougal forgot the keys.
Yeah.
But I just think, Jesus Christ, us again in the UK and the US, even Ireland, South Africa, and Norway, where they
Ridiculous.
sit.
Yeah.
Guys, what's happening? The UK again, honestly. Noreen says, my dad always looked on the bright side of life, played at his funeral from The Life of Brian. It was for The Life of Brian.
Yeah, my friend had that. We were all like that at the funeral. It was really brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Even, I mean, Monty Python's brilliant. Even they did the Meaning of Life. And that's a good one as well. The Meaning
I'm
of
surprised
Life.
that wasn't banned.
I know, because the first scene is when they're doing sex ed, and basically John Cleese is in the bed with the woman, and they're fully naked, and you're just thinking to yourself, wait a minute, you're going to take down The Life of Brian because apparently it's past enough, but you'll not take down The Meaning of Life when two of them are at it, talking about sex ed. I use nuts. It was like a porno, like a soft porno.
Yeah.
I bet you this show will get banned tonight. We'll be banned on the ban list.
I'll be banned. I'll be banned.
But oh my god, it's just absolutely nuts. We'll continue. You guys want to continue to about? Well, we can't do the full show tonight because obviously I ran a wee bit late, but we could do it to 9 if you guys wanted.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I can do that. Then I go.
Yeah, why not? We're having a laugh, and if we're going to get banned, we might as well go full way.
Yeah.
I want to see how far we can push the boundaries before we get banned.
Push the boundaries.
I've been pushed tonight. That's all.
In the UK, I'll get banned for this. It's all right for you as people. But honestly,
shit, they banned me. They banned me. Bastards. Get me back. See, I pleaded with them.
But what about you guys? Do you got any other banned films that?
Let's have a look. I've just got loads of stuff on Faces of Death.
Oh, I bet you
Cannibal Man. Cannibal Man was a Spanish film. And it was a Spanish film included just because of the cannibal marketing.
Yeah.
One of the prosecuted lists. It was prosecuted as well, that film was.
Well, I can see why, because see if you think of the film that they did, the Cannibal Holocaust, right?
Yeah.
There's one for prime example. Now, I wished I had listened to Nick. I really, really wish I had listened to Nick when he said, don't watch it.
Yeah, there's lots of...
I thought, it can't be that bad, so I gave it a skim over. And honestly, I was horrified. Honestly, horrified by it. And that the people that actually made the Holocaust, if I'm right, got arrested for that film because they actually believed it had happened when it hadn't. And I heard that some people on the set were taking it too seriously.
Do you think that they've got to, haven't they? I'm thinking about this now. Somebody's got to read that script before it's allowed to go and be filmed, before they're allowed to make it. Is there I don't know, an examination board somewhere that can read these scripts when they say, right, we want to make this into a film?
Mm-hmm.
Do they read the scripts and then decide, yeah, that's good, do that? Or do they say, no, you can't? I think it should be looked at before. Really.
I think they leave it down to the producer, don't they?
I think, to be honest, I think there is a lot more today that in today's society, in today's age, that have probably read it and were like, you can't get away with this, can't get away with that sort of thing, you know, as it is with many programmes. If you look at TV programmes, there's probably been many TV programmes that have not been broadcasted, because obviously maybe for one thing and the other. I think back then you were a lot more free to write stuff and do stuff. Well, within reason, unless you were in the UK. I would take to have seen what it was like back in the UK before TV programmes, but it was like, obviously you had more room and things could be said. I find in this day and age that a lot of things are censored, and a lot of things, like, again, like your horror movies have been really toned down from what they're supposed to be, because, you know, people get upset if for one thing or the other. And I do think that probably a lot of the producers do read this and may change things round about, because you find with films sometimes you get two alternative endings, and you kind of question yourself to say, well, why they got two alternative endings. The other one that I can think off the top of my brain that Stephen likes is I Am Legend.
I like that.
There's two alternative endings to that. The two being obviously gets reunited with the wife and child, and the other one is where the ending we guys seen was that it blew up the lab and killed them. It killed him as well as everybody else. The mutants.
Zombies.
So obviously, I did question why there was two alternative endings. I actually didn't know, and I've seen I Am Legend. I liked I Am Legend, but as I said, I wasn't overly keen. It's the same as See, recently I watched because I feel that some films, when we're talking about this in all seriousness, is losing their path. Like the Fast and the Furious, right? Fast and the Furious. The last one that they made, the one with Jason Momoa and he's standing on top of the bridge, I felt that didn't have a Fast and Furious feeling. I felt that like a few of the movies, even Saw itself. Now, I'm a big Saw fan, including Jigsaw and the Spiral book, but I felt that this Saw didn't have a feeling of the Saw. It was, don't get me wrong, it was still a perfectly good movie. I would watch it again and things like that.
Yeah.
It just didn't have, it's the same as,
doesn't have the feeling, did it?
It's the same as I've been absolutely choking for 28 days, 28 years later, and I couldn't wait to see it. And I saw it, and I was so disappointed with it. And I thought, Danny Boyle is amazing guy, writes amazing stuff. But I was so disappointed with it because that didn't have the 28 days, weeks later feel to it.
Yeah.
And I just thought, what is happening with the films that we're seeing, like Die Hard? Die Hard,
like copying, isn't it? It's copy. It's like copy films with different words in it.
It's I don't even know how to describe it to you guys, but I just don't think any of these films had the, like, even the Die Hard, the very last one that Bruce Willis, it breaks my heart because I love Bruce Willis. He's actually my favourite hero in films because I used to love watching his movies as a kid. But even the very last one, the Die Hard, didn't have the Die Hard feeling. And I wished I could describe it to you guys, but I just don't think it had the... Don't get me wrong, these movies, apart from 28 years later, were good. They just didn't have the feeling, and I don't know what it is. Maybe I was expecting, 28 will take 28 weeks. So 28 days later and 28 weeks later, you get that feel they're running around London, you've got Robert Carlyle, and that had both feelings, and you're like, oh my God. I was under the illusion, right, when the the end of 28 Weeks Later, right?
Mhm.
That when they were running through Paris, I thought that that was where they were going to go next. Unbeknown to me, it was bloody Scotland. But it was like that feeling that, oh, it's going to be a good one because they're running through Paris. Oh, that it was great to see. And it wasn't because it was in Scotland, but I just
But
felt
didn't they go to Paris in the end, though?
no. I will no, because the 28 Weeks Later was filmed mostly, I think, in Scotland. And I just felt no, it doesn't have that feel. It has a pretty messed up, this. They start off with this one wee boy who runs into the church, zombies kills his father. Sorry if I'm ruining MD's ruining MD's spoilers for this, but they're running in, church, zombies, dad's dead, cuts to this island. And then it's an English wee boy that's getting looked after, blah, 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 trying to find a cure for his mum. And then somehow it then meets the Scottish boy. And I think it's went from, I don't know, it was just, it
You
was
must have watched a different version to me then, because I watched 28 Weeks on Netflix this morning.
no, 28 years later, I'm talking about weeks.
Oh, 28, yeah, oh, right, yeah.
28 years later. But I'll watch the other one that's coming out in 2026 in January. I'll watch that because I wouldn't watch a franchise and not watch the films. But I don't think I'll be, unless Danny Boyle can really pull it back. I don't think.
Gonna take a bit to pull that back there.
As it's really, really messed up. But I definitely still watch 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later. But I love Kellen Murphy.
We'll have to do a night also of copy films, second editions, and see compare them. Like they brought one film out, they brought out again.
Yeah.
And the difference, which is better.
I would love that. And I also would love to talk about found footage movies. Because I think, to be honest, see some of the found footage movies that I've watched, I actually prefer some of the actual horrors. And I know they're classed as B movies, but do you know something, guys? The B movies are actually way better.
A bit better, yeah.
Than some of the things that we are seeing these days. Honestly, I find it harder to pick films these days.
Yeah, I mean, going back onto the movies having a feeling to them. But you watch Triple X.
I've seen Triple XI.
And then when Triple X changes and is another person, that movie just didn't seem the same because they removed the main character that was in the one before.
Yeah.
And it didn't seem the same, although it was the same sort of plot was there and everything. And yeah, it was good, but it just didn't seem the same. And then when he came back, it was like, wow, this is a proper Triple X one because he's in it now.
Yeah.
And then they regroup, don't they? And they're both in it, and it's like, now that is a Triple X movie because they're both in it. When they're both in it, it made it really, really, really good.
Yeah.
But when it was like one or the other, it was like, whatever.
Do you know what else we'll need to look at, guys? We'll need to wrap up in about 5 minutes, guys. Know what other one that I found really, really dead good is, and know what we should do, right? Because it's got all my heroes, right? But Bruce Willis is my main one, right? Is The Expendables. That's
Yeah.
a film.
Yeah.
See when they put all the 90 legends
in
a film.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was psyched. I loved it. Because I was like, oh my god, there you've got Sylvester Stallone, you've got Jet Li, you've got Jesus Christ. You've even got Jason Statham. I never used to be a Jason Statham.
I like Jason Statham. Yeah.
I love him now. And see when I seen him in Mechanic, Resurrection with Tommy Lee Jones. Oh my God. I was like, Tommy. But definitely what I would like to do one night, folks, definitely without a shadow of doubt also, is do like film based only Bruce Willis. And I'll tell you why, guys, because it would be a good way to celebrate his life.
Yes.
Because that man gave a lot to films, and now he's got dementia.
He's quite bad with it at the moment.
He's really bad with the dementia. So I would like to say thank you in that sort of way, because his films, some of his films that he's done, even right up until the very end, have been absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Was it Bruce Willis that did the film What Women Want?
No, I don't think that was Mel Gibson. Was that no? No, it was it was Mel Gibson, because I've just seen The Flash in my head.
I get the two mixed up.
But don't worry, I used to get Sylvester Stallone and Mel Gibson when I was a baby. Not a baby, when I was a child. Mixed up in Jean-Claude Van Damme and Arnie Schwarzenegger. In fact, here's a random fact for you guys. Arnie Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone used to be in total rival with each other to get films. Right?
Yeah.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger conned Sylvester Stallone to do Don't Shoot, Stop, Don't Shoot, Mum. He conned him. Aye, Stop or My Mum Will Shoot, sorry. He actually conned him because he said, oh yeah, I'm for it. But he actually wasn't. He thought the film sounded crap. And Sylvester Stallone went for it and got it.
Wow.
That was just, I heard Arnold Schwarzenegger talking about it, and it just made me laugh so much.
I bet they laugh. I bet you, because they're all friends now, aren't they? And and I'd love to be a fly on the wall and listen to all the stories that they'll be think everything that happened and all the rivalries, and they're all best friends now, and they must laugh. They must laugh when they're talking stories. Wouldn't that be good to be a fly on the wall?
Oh, definitely. Do you know what, guys? I'm very passionate about films, and when I talk about films and things like that, because I spend a lot of my time watching films rather than watching the TV.
Yeah.
And I get very, very passionate about it. Even when I'm talking about true crime as well, I get very, very passionate about it.
Yeah.
You'll see. In fact, I'll need to put Willow language, because when I get excited, people must be like, what's she saying?
What's she going on?
What was that?
Is she asking for haggis? So next week, guys, next Tuesday, in fact, no, it will only be Louise. You think this is Friday? Oh, for God's sake. We're on Sunday.
It's
Sorry,
Sunday today.
This Tuesday, we will be doing Final Destination. This comes off us talking about premonitions. And I thought, why not do Final Destination? Because I think that would really warm it up. On Thursday, we will be talking on the Mystical Carousel show about Aleister Crowley and witchcraft.
Yeah.
On Friday, Friday Halloween. I'm so excited. Sorry,
Miss,
guys.
Miss, I've got a problem with Thursday. I'm filming Thursday night for my Halloween special.
Well, I'm going to be here Thursday night. I'm not going to be here Friday night.
I will use both suck.
I'll be here Friday. Fine. Just not Thursday.
That's fine. That's fine, guys. on this show. But no, guys, it's fine. So, guys, we will be having a Halloween party That's if I can pull more people out my ass. And we'll be having a Halloween party. Still, guys, see if we don't even have a big crowd and I just get some people, then I don't care because I still want to celebrate Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, why not?
So,
Gotta do it.
hi. So everybody, just forget about your kids and grandkids for the night and come and watch us. Don't even answer the door if the kids come to the door. Don't even answer it.
I haven't bought any sweets to give kids at the door because
boo.
I know I'm going to be doing the podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm getting up every 5 minutes answering the door. So balls to them. They can get their own sweets down the shop.
Yeah.
Bye.
What party England are you going to reach? Because my brain's just went.
What part of what?
England.
I'm from Rugeley, near Birmingham.
Guys, if you're in his local area and you Chappie's door, he doesn't want to answer the bloody door to use. He says he doesn't. Not today. Come back tomorrow. So you can go on Saturday.
There's a thing on my door that says keep out danger. Biohazard. So if they don't take any notice of that, then you know.
Definitely, guys. But thank you very much to everybody in the chat who came in. Thank you very much to my co-hosts. I don't know what I'd do without them. Guys, have a good week and we will see you then. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.